It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. Tonight we're talking about none other than, of course, Miss Wendy Williams. So the reason I'm making this video and actually bringing this content is, one, I saw the actually, to me, disturbing motherfucking video 2 days ago when she was interviewed with TMZ, and I'm trying to find out what the lymphedema is going on over there at the Wendy Williams household, because is it me or did Wendy Williams seem a little off of her game during this interview? Now we know this is the gossip queen, talk show host of radio and television in her past years in her career, and she's done really fucking well for herself financially, as she has mentioned in that interview with TMZ. That she says she has enough money to live off for the rest of her motherfucking life, and she don't have to work anymore. So for those of you peasants who are still working out there, Wendy says she don't have to do that. But they were interviewing her regarding her new deal with her podcast, because as you all know, I did fall off the wagon and out of the fucking gap with keeping up with what was going on with Wendy Williams. But as you all now know, the show is going off the air. It's being canceled, transferred over to Sherry Shepherd, whatever the fucking deal is. We'll know all the deals and the workings, I guess, once it all comes out, because of course whatever's going on behind closed doors over there with the dealings, they're not telling a whole lot of all of the specifics. But Wendy Williams says, fuck it, she done with the Wendy Williams show. She has retired from that, because he was like, I think it was AJ, he said some shit like, is this what semi-retirement looks like for you, what it looks like for you? And she was like, well, fucking, I'm famous. So from what I understand, podcasting is the way to go, because I'm already famous. So people will sit around and, you know, listen to me talk shit or whatever she's going to be discussing, you know. And she said everybody has podcasts. Like I said again, she was slurring shit, batting her eyelashes like she was sleepy or she just woke up. I don't know what they are giving her, what she's prescribed for, maybe even pain, or maybe the lymphedema to help subside some of the pain. I don't know what the fuck she has, what she taking, but I love something to go in the doggy bag. How about it? I don't have the money yet that Wendy Williams has, but I would like to be in touch with those doctors that she's dealing with, because look like whatever I think she dealing with Dr. Feelgood already. Say what you want, but she says that this podcast deal would pay her more than her television show was paying her, and that she can make a very good living because she's already famous. People already know her. So it's kind of like how they say once an adult, twice a child. She was, you know, kind of same scenario. Once television, twice radio. So, you know, podcast is something like radio, is my understanding of it. There's all these different acronyms and synonyms and homonyms and bubonyms and shit, you know, for different, I guess, content or the delivery of the content. Bottom line, I don't know it. I'd rather stick to my ignorant shit when it comes to that. She basically told him, yeah, you know, I'm never fucking with television again. I retired from that, the Wendy Williams show. She said if she does anything else, it'll probably be, you know, maybe guest hosting with someone like The View. You know, she seems to fancy and favor that group of women, and more so of anybody of that group of ladies. She brought up Whoopi Goldberg, who she kind of has a, I guess, lack of a better phrase, a female crush on. So she said she would not mind going, you know, down to the thing and working over yonder ways with Whoopi Goldberg and maybe the cast of The View. And I can understand that, you know, they are some intelligent women. They are some women who have been around for a while. They've probably been around the block more times than the Good Human Man. So with that being said, I figured they would actually be able to have a decent conversation, a very intelligent conversation, the political conversation and stuff like these abortions and all this other shit they have going on with overturning Roe v. versus Wade. We're living in a time now where We don't know what the fuck the next episode of the news gonna bring on down here to Channel 26 or CBS 2 or whatever the fuck they got going on, these world channels, CNN. We don't know what they have going on. But that's another topic for another day. I'll bring that shit to y'all later on. But yeah, she said she wouldn't mind uniting with those ladies as a guest host here and there, because she does not want to, she made it very clear, she does not want to have a television show or even be a part of a panel. She said, you know, fuck off. I'd rather be on my own. I can do my own thing. I made enough money in this industry, that industry, radio, television, whatever have you. And I don't need any more drama, in the words of Mary J. Blige. What the fuck was going on with Wendy's hair? Now, y'all know Wendy for the most part now. I will say on the television show, yes, she's made, she likes wigs, okay? She's made that very well fucking known. She loves wigs. I don't know if it's because she just, you know, tender-headed. She don't like nobody fucking around with her scalp. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if she got alopecia. I don't know if she done shaved herself bald, if she going through one of those transforming moments, if she done shaved all her shit off at one point in time. I don't know. But the bottom line is she loves wigs. And was there something not particularly bothersome about this one she had on? I mean, some shit was sticking over here like this. That's not, and even for at home, the wig was bothersome to me. And it wasn't even my wig. And I don't know what part of the house she was sitting in, but it seemed like it had a bunch of old motherfucking junk in there. And somewhere off to the right, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know without makeup, I think Wendy Williams is pretty light skinned. But it looked like a white woman sitting over there where her mom did look. I don't know, but it looked like a little white boy over there on, in that picture. So I don't know. Drop down in the comments and let me know what the fuck y'all found and what you saw. But anyway, yeah, I just don't understand what was going on with that hair. And then that speech was kind of slurred. She's going to be famous. You know, I don't know what the fuck famous is. That's probably the height of famousy. Another word, right? That's the height of famous. And she's partnering with some other guy. And, you know, she said she's partnered with this guy, I think Brian or Nicholson, Mike, Daniel, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even know. Don't want to make a difference at this point. But she partnered with this guy, and she's basically babbling on in a drunk stew, or a look-alike, let me say that, an alleged drunk stew, because either it's that or it's the medications for me. Because you can't sit up here and tell me there's no motherfucking way that Wendy Williams has hosted a show all this time successfully and has projected her words way better than me, you know, has better enunciation and shit like that on this television show and radio. We all have known her for that. But for her to sit up here now talking to TMZ, which was semi one of her own rivals, now she used to be the conversation piece bringer, but now she is the conversation piece. So now TMZ is doing shit on her, and apparently she brought a little purple chair and had it delivered over there at the house, and sitting in the back of some old cedar closet and shit with some old memories. Like an old Diane Carroll or some shit, because you know she loves Diane Carroll, them kind of women and stuff like that. So she probably see herself as an old Diane Carroll. The man asked her, you know, how are you doing? She was like, bitch, I'm doing better than you. And that's all that makes a difference. She didn't give a shit how they felt, because in the moment anyway, I think she was under the influence of, I don't know if it's narco, Xanax, but allegedly, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, she was taking something real good and sweet like. And honestly, with a day's stress, with working all this other shit, and working for y'all crazy ass, bringing y'all content to even discuss that y'all barely even comment about, a bitch be tired, but and stressed out. But in the end, you know, I wouldn't mind having what she having for a nice, good night's rest. Wouldn't walk around all day popping them bitches like candy or Tic Tacs, but I sure would love to know what the fuck she's using to keep her breath fresh, because it is not a normal Tic Tac, and it definitely ain't that little mint green one or them little cinnamon ones, the little bit, yeah. It's not one of those, bitch. That's one of those, howdy doody. Them sweet and lows, the one of them come get me early in the morning kind of deals. Because I mean, I understand sometimes having them big ass bunny eyelashes, which sometimes ladies like to have, and Wendy is no exception. She loves them motherfuckers just as much as any other female. But at the end of the day, then she might not even be wearing any, because I didn't really pay attention. I might have to go back and look at the video again. But the bottom line is, whether she did or whether she didn't. She looked like she needed some toothpicks, like they did on Tom and Jerry, to hack them motherfucking lids open for her to look around and see what was going on up and through that living room. And it looked like somebody was operating the camera, supposed to be there as her chaperone, but she was sitting and help hold that foot up. And what the fuck was she thinking to sit up there and just hold her foot up? Of all things going on, and we all know that Wendy is a very private person, because hell, it took us this long to kind of find out what was going on. Was it Lil Kev in the background that was helping out, that chaperone, and trying to help out with the money and the camera time and whatnot, and the ring light? I don't know. Maybe it was, but she was asking somebody in the background to help her get her foot up higher for what's the name, could take a look at it like they was the motherfucking doctor. And she put that elephant foot up in that camera, y'all. And listen, let me just say this. I am very sensitive towards her situation. I'm very sensitive towards her situation. I am very empathetic towards her situation. But at the end of the day, you're not finna sit here and tell me some shit like, you know, you got lymphedema. And I know what it looks like. I know what the fuck it looks like. Haven't seen it in a long time. But the bottom line is, you fucked me up when you took your foot and cocked it up there and took that whole foot and held it way up there high like that. First of all, Wendy is some kind of flexible. So I'm pretty sure she was a nice little flexible freak back in the days. But put that motherfucking foot almost equal to her face. And it took like every muscle she had to raise it up. And then she had to ask for help from behind the camera. You know, lift it up some more. Do y'all know what the fuck lymphedema is? Listen, when she put that elephant foot in the camera, bitch, in the view of the camera, I like to fell over. Because I just don't see her doing that kind of shit. She's never done it before. And like, she may wear her little sketches on camera, you know, doing the show or some shit like that, and let us all see her feet swollen probably from the ankle or maybe half of the calf or some shit like that down. But Wendy ain't never got up on there and just showed her motherfucking platypuses like that. And I know she's not wearing no get them on the floor shoes, because I just say, look, Wendy, whoever is over there over your accounts, over your business promotions, somebody doing a hell of a job. You got a better deal, you know, hosting podcasts than you did working with Suzanne and them, which it seems, by the way, when you left, or they did your little farewell segment, they ain't bring out a motherfucking cake. They ain't throw no confetti. They ain't blow no horns. They didn't show a picture of Wendy. She wasn't even a final guest on the fucking show. Hell, it's my understanding they didn't even mention her fucking name. So apparently somewhere down the road between the streets and up the block, some shit done went left, and nobody's willing to speak about it. But she just telling us, you know, hey, she has separated from us. I separated from that, retired from that and television. And word on the street is everybody over there at the studio is glad she done packed up her bags, her high heels, her wig, and her pocketbook, and her motherfucking car keys, and got lost. They glad she ain't coming back is what I heard. So I don't know. But the bottom line is, this podcast deal, yes, I'm rooting for you, you know, Wendy, if you can get up on there and maintain, because like she said, fuck, you ain't doing nothing. Like they was telling her down at the TMZ, fuck, you can do that from anywhere. And as she came back and counter said, I can be in Europe or Spain or, you know, France or wherever and still do my podcast and still move around. As again, I stated before that she stated, she has enough motherfucking bread, enough guap to hold her over for the rest of her days. So she really doesn't have to do anything if this is true. And I'm confident that it's true. That she probably doesn't have to work anymore. That she could sit down and spend her days, you know, working out her ailments and illnesses and stuff she got going on, and probably prop her feet up and actually let them suckers go down a little bit so she can actually walk around, because she was like, only got 5% feeling in my foot, and usually I can be in a wheelchair, which we have seen in a wheelchair before. But she says she's walking around, she's moving. She told this to us like she was this 80-year-old woman that had been pretty much, you know, fucked up legs and fucked up body, jacked up bite, you know, ain't got no memory, had the shit, because she was talking like she was damn near, had, what you call that shit, Alzheimer's or something. So I don't know what it is, but the bottom line is, if it's anything that comes in the description bottom, Wendy Williams, drop down in the comments and let me know what they're over there giving you, so I can go down to my doctor's office and order me some, because you look pretty calm and you wasn't afraid to face nobody and tell them what the fuck you was thinking about them, even though they were asking, and you didn't mind doing the interview in the beginning. But at the end, what's said and done, you know, she said, you know, fuck television. She don't want to be bothered with that anymore, and she gonna stay on the righteous side of the mic, the quiet side of the mic, the non-frontal side of the mic. She don't want y'all to see her facade because maybe for all we know, she probably getting ready to get worse with the lymphedema. Maybe her doctors done told her, you can't get out there and walk up on the show, on the stage anymore. And then I know for a fact that gravity is not such a big friend or a helper of anybody that has or is suffering with lymphedema. So her getting out there and sitting up in that tall ass chair with her legs dangling from it, that just puts more fluid. It just comes down and it sits in that foot and that ankle, and that's what causes like the elephant-like shape, which you all seen in the video. If you ain't seen it, go down to Google, child, and down into her page and take a look at it. She took the whole foot and raised that son bitch up. We gotta take a look at it. One thing about it though, somebody come out and do them toes, cause them toenails is still paint. Amen. So somebody come into the house, get them feet done. She ain't just sitting around and looking like no fucking Tyrannosaurus by the foot weight-wise, but she got them toes painted. I don't know what groomer I don't know what I don't know what nail shop she calling to come up over there, but they come over and they getting the job done. You feel me? Probably hands and foot, and probably them waxing them eyebrows and all kind of other shit. So I'm sure she's getting adequate care at home per her coin. So she's not really lacking anything, and then she shops at Target, so it's not like she goes out and buy Gucci, flatware, and Prada and all this other shit. Probably yes on occasions to reward herself for all of her hard work and some of the other shit that she's been through with Big Kev and their divorce and his other old lady, probably already wife or soon to be wife, I don't know, and his other child. So I don't know what the fuck the dynamic is on that just yet. But I will be digging, looking for receipts. For some reason, y'all got to fuck around with y'all up on this channel, and I don't got no OZ. I've been digging through people's shit, looking around, trying to find, not personal people, but just, the stars, and trying to see what's going on with them, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm trying to check it all out so I can bring y'all some good information, some good how-tos, some good whatnots, and some good so forths and shit like that. Things that'll help you in your daily life. So if, in fact, you do become famous, or when, in fact, you do become famous, if that's what you're manifesting in your life, I know I sure the fuck am famous and rich, but I still want to be left the fuck alone at some point, right? As we all do, just like Wendy. I want to make my money, get in, love the fans, and still love them after. I want to be a fucking Betty White male version. Yeah. Yes. Bob Barker. Get in, do my bid, make my money, love the people, let the people love on me. And then get my bag and keep it pushing. Donate a little something, distribute a little that, a little here and there, and that kind of thing. But maybe I don't know what else, she don't even know what the fuck else she got going on, because they kept asking her. She couldn't answer through whatever the doctor wrote on the prescription pad. She couldn't answer through any of the medication, what they were asking her, not with a correct, good answer, because every time she would start to get a stride to an answer and get a sentence going that actually fucking made sense, somewhere along the way, she seems to lapse into Yiddish again and kind of lose her train of thought. So I don't know what the fuck if she got lack of sleep, if she over there suffering from sleep deprivation, if she over there doing other recreational shit, or if she have one hell of a doctor with a good menu. And if it's the last one, again, Wendy Williams, please drop down in the comment section. Or fuck it, DM me if we gotta keep it to ourselves. We ain't gotta let everybody know we getting our medications from, our prescriptions. Drop down, let me know, girl. DM me and let me know who the fuck that doctor is, so I can come out your underways and give me a prescription. Only for once a week, because they won't give you a valuable Only for once a week in them hard days and you gotta go to work and get off, and you just can't get yourself together because you're too amped up, and you just can't get right to get relaxed, to kind of get in that jello mode. Yeah, I need me a bottle of those, Wendy. So let me know who that is and let me holler at them. Anyway, I just stopped by to let y'all weigh in on this shit, and I weigh in on it and see what the hell y'all thought. I started to show that picture of that foot, but I know I got a friend out there somewhere that if I had done that, I would never be able to live it down. But in the end, good friend, don't think this is the last, because you know I'm stupid. And I will do some stupid shit. So bottom line is, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. hit that bell to make sure you get these fucking notifications for when I drop these videos, because I need y'all to know when I'm here so y'all can come on by and set a spell, sip a bit, and chat a little bit. So yes, like, subscribe, and share. Share with those you like. Share with those you don't like. Share with the motherfucker you know. Share with the motherfucker you don't know. Because in the end, somebody may like me if your ass don't, right? Yeah, I'm right. So anyway, that's all I have for y'all on this incidental lymphedema situation with Wendy Williams. We'll see where the fuck this shit goes with this podcast.